Bang on the board. Obviously, huge emotions from Magnus. He said yesterday, we interviewed him after the event finished, and he said that he was so tilted. There was such strong emotion that he had to get out of the car on the way back to the hotel. Like, he couldn't finish his ride. He had to get out of the car and just like walk. Like, it was something physical, yeah? Like a physical emotion that stayed with him for a while. What happened there? Like, what do you think went through his mind when he just like banged? And what do you think of the whole situation?
What situation? No, I really don't. What was the situation? That
I mean, just the media storm after that. Like, do you think it's good for chess? Do you think? How do you see it from your perspective as a competitor?
I mean, I understood the reaction from like chess fans because they kind of live in a basement. They don't like see other. They haven't been outside much. It's very dramatic. But from the outside sports world, I really didn't get it.
Everybody was tweeting it.
I just don't understand. I mean, have you seen like what football players do?
Yes.
Or tennis players
Yes.
are destroying. I mean, they lose 1 point, they destroy their racket.
But that's why people got so worked up about it, because they don't expect that from chess. Like, that's just simply not what they think about.
It was just like
when it comes to
banged
chess.
the table once. I mean, I've seen people bang the table over losing like an internet blitz game. I don't know.
Yeah, but it's the reaction. Yeah, is the top level reaction. Like, you sometimes see that from streamers. Let's say, they make a big fuss about losing a game and they smash something.
No, but
good,
even
that's
that,
fine.
you'll see they'll destroy their keyboard or something. Not
Yeah.
it's like one. I mean, very measured, right?
Measured.
Just what I hitting the table once. I mean, I don't.
But even like, the super hard handshake for Gukesh was like, a bit scared. Like, you could see.
They're both on edge. I mean,
You could see that he was a bit scared.
Oh my God!
On edge. I think that's the thing. Yeah.
But really, I mean, these like streamers, they also freak out over everything. They like lose one unrated bullet game and they destroy their their hotel room.
Yes. Yes.
No, I really don't get what the overreaction over this reaction was. I mean, it's a bit dramatic, sure. I mean, have you, like, really, other sports are...
No, of course.
I mean, boxers, they'll literally kill their opponent. I mean, literally kill their opponent if they lose a match.
Absolutely.
I feel like we're kind of being at least a little bit soft in chess.
So you think it's warranted, is what you're saying? You think it's fine? You think that's okay? We
It was
shouldn't
okay. It wasn't
make a big
deal,
fuss
yeah.
out of it.
It wasn't a big deal.
I think it's okay. I actually obviously I have a perspective of a commentator, of a fan of chess, and I do want to see more emotion. I feel like you guys are going through such extreme emotions throughout a chess game, going from winning, losing, etc., so much pressure, and then you just keep it all in yourself. I think it should be externalized somehow. So from my perspective, it was very much fine. But I saw a lot of people overreacting over it. So I wanted to hear what your opinion was.
I really didn't get it.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't get the fuss.
It's interesting.
It was a little bit, it was just slightly dramatic, I would say. A slightly dramatic moment. Not even that dramatic. Like, the game itself was surprising. That was, from a tournament point of view, was kind of dramatic.
Yeah.
The reaction was like, I mean, he's also like hit the table before after games. After blitz games, right? I mean,
probably, I don't know. I mean, I know Gukesh.
At least it was like a pretty important classical game.
Yeah.
It wasn't some irrelevant game, let's say.
That brings me to the next question. Do you think he thought about that game on a much higher scale? Like, he really wanted to beat Gukesh to prove a point?
Oh yeah, I think that he definitely wanted to win to prove a point. The point being that not only is he not nearly as strong as Magnus, but also that he's not as strong as other players. I think would be his point. I think that's what he was trying to go for. So I think he wanted to dominate.
Yeah, Yeah, that's sort of what he said also. He put it in more of a broader term, like he wanted to dominate the competition and then just like finish on a very high score. But I think he wanted to do something specifically against Gukesh.
I don't think he cared as much if he were to dominate Arjun, or for example. I think it's understandable in a way because Gukesh is the world champion, carries a bit more weight. You know, you beat Wei Yi, who's a great player, but it doesn't feel like Magnus has anything that he has possibly to prove against Wei Yi or against me. Maybe, you know, against me and Hikaru, he'll also feel like, okay, this is a really nice game to win. But yeah, I think he's aware of the public aspect of it as well. That there is definitely discussion, you know, Gukesh, world champion, or Ding world champion. With Ding it was less because Ding just like couldn't play chess whatsoever at that point, and there was really not much of a discussion of is Ding or Magnus, like who. We weren't discussing that. I mean, Ding was getting last place in every event he played, which is just the reality, right? While Gukesh does fight for first in a number of tournaments, not all tournaments, but he fought for first in Vaikensei, for example. He has had a good year. I think before, like a few months ago, I said he had probably the most impressive classical year of anyone.
2024.
I think that if you bear in mind the last two results, we do have to tone that down a bit. I mean, Bucharest in this, it's okay, -1 total is not a great score over two events. It's not a disastrous score, but you know,
he's stabilizing, right?
Yeah, obviously, I don't think for the last two events you can say that Gukesh is playing close to the best classical chess. That would be a big stretch. Not even a stretch. I think that would just be dishonest, right?
Yeah.
But overall, if you look at the last year and a half, then Olympiad and Candidates and Vaikensei, twice good performances, and probably something else like WR Math, or I don't know exactly, but some other closed event. Obviously, he's been one of the players who is ambitiously fighting for first place in many events.